by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all, and welcome to an impromptu broadcast. Going to be myself and Tom Freitas calling tonight's action. Tom has stepped away; he still isn't back yet. So instead of "Where's Waldo," it's "Where's Tom" right now. But anyways, Thursday night it's the Front Row Esports Truck Series, and what's important and cool about tonight? Well, we're Championship 4 racing, boys and girls. It's going to be super tight because we have 4 super fast guys that are actually in the hunt for the championship. See if we can get that graphic up on the board here to show y'all, because we're in for a banger out here tonight, folks. Going to be a banger out here. See if we can get that pulled up right there. Get rid of our countdown at green. Bam, there you see it, folks. So the playoffs, they follow the NASCAR style playoff format. So it all comes down to these 4 drivers tonight. Nicholas Lamb's going to be the first driver here. He's got 1 race win, 7 top 5s, 13 top 10s. Nick has got himself an average finish of 9th and an average start of 7th, as I think Toilet Bow has just joined us. And then second is Mr. Chris Spencer, actually the winningest driver in the Truck Series so far this season. Has 4 race wins, 13 top 5s, 17 top 10s, with an average start of 6, and his average finishing position is 5th. Then we have Garrett Wiles with 1 race win, 7 top 5s, 14 top 10s, average starts 8th, average finishes 8th. So pretty consistent for Garrett. And then Mr. Chummy Miller, probably the odds-on fan favorite, probably who everybody's rooting for the most. Still got a goose egg in the win column this season, but has ran super strong and consistent enough all season to find himself here in the Final Four with 4 top 5s, 12 top 10s, average start of P9, and an average finish of 11th. Mr. Toilet Bow Tom, you are live in the booth now, correct?
Yes, sorry, they wouldn't let me in at the gates. I don't know why. They just don't like me. But hey, we're here.
Hey, that's all that matters, is that we're here. Got a few drivers we are going to speak to momentarily, Tom, but I want to hear from you how this Truck Series has been and really how the playoffs have been in regards to our top 4, Championship 4 tonight.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, the entire season for the Truck Series has been, amazing racing, a lot of awesome competition. We've had a lot of people kind of come and go, a lot of great talent right now. It's been awesome to watch. And as far as the playoffs go, I mean, it's been fun to watch, right? We've had some guys struggle, like Garrett. The first half of the season, he was really struggling. Second half of the season, really, he cranked up the pace and started figuring out these Craftsman trucks, and he's got himself a chance to win a championship tonight. So props to him. But I'm excited for these top four. They've had great seasons, and I can't wait to see who comes out on top tonight.
Let me put you on the spot, Tom, before we speak to a single driver out here.
Yes.
I think Chris Spencer would have to be the betting favorite just because he has the most race wins, top 5, top 10s. But I'm still going to give you the opportunity. Who is your pick tonight to walk away with the championship?
My pick. I'm going to go with the long shot here. I'm going to go with old Mark Miller there.
Oh, Chummy.
I'm going to go with old Chummy. You know, he runs well at Phoenix. He enjoys Phoenix a lot, and I always put a lot of practice in this week. Sounds like he's ready to rock and roll, so I'm gonna pull for old Chummy Miller.
I like that pick. And speaking of Chummy Miller, we're gonna bring him up. That's gonna be my pick as well. I'm rolling with 06 Machine, old Chummy, as my title favorite too. And Mr. Chummy, Mark Miller, you're live in the booth. Got a copy?
How you doing? How you doing, guys?
I think we're probably doing good, but you're probably doing a little bit better. Coming into tonight at Phoenix and the Championship 4, what's the outlook and the strategy for you tonight, Mr. Miller?
The outlook is I need to be in front of all the other guys. The strategy for tonight is I need to really keep my line going on this track. This track is a bigger track that races like a short track. So you have to really concentrate on your lines. Your lines are the big part of this track.
I 100% agree. And I'm going to piggyback on something Mark Miller said there. He said this track, it's a bigger style track, but it kind of drives and operates like a short track would. And that is that's exactly how I approach a track like Phoenix. And Chummy, do you have to approach, or do you approach a race like this, championship race, any different, or are you just kind of putting that behind you and going to come out here and just try to put the 06 as far up front as you can?
I am going to try to at first. I want to pressure some guys. There is a few of them that are not in the playoffs that are some pretty quick guys, but I am going to try at first to put some pressure on the guys and make them think they got to work to get up front. Because if they think they got to work, sometimes you push a little bit harder. And Beans, it is a feel like a shorter track. Sometimes you can burn up your tires quick. Phoenix, you can burn up your tires extremely quick.
That is true. Now, tell me, I do going to ask a question because I know one thing you've kind of struggled on this season, right, is qualifying. You've had some good ones, but majority of the time you're kind of qualifying mid-pack, towards the back, and you got to race like hell, right, to get up there to the front, right? Yeah. So, have you put any practice in on qualifying? How's the truck feel for Q?
The truck is feeling really good for Q. I did some studying today. I did some practice laps. And yeah, I can get down there in a pretty good time. Okay. Right now, what I'm doing right now on the track, I haven't really tried to put down a hard time. I'm wanting to adjust to a high groove and my lowish groove. I will not be going low like some people will be doing. You can, but it will really wear your tire off. You have to run that medium side, especially in 3 and 4. You got to run that medium. 4 not.
Right on. That's Mr. Chummy Miller. Chummy, we'll let you get back down there and finish up your last 10 minutes or so of practice. Going to talk to some other guys. That 6 truck, that's my pick and Tom's pick. So do us well tonight, Chum.
Thank you very much, tonight, brother. Hope to see you in the first place tonight.
Yes, sir, buddy.
Sounds good.
All right, that's number 6. I kept calling him the 06. I'm used to next gen, so I apologize for that. It's number 6. I also see we're joined by Mr. Tron, Chris Paul Hamus. What's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it doing, man?
I'm doing good. Let me just check your levels really quick. How are you looking into a race like tonight, Championship 4? I know the energy is through the roof for you probably tonight, right?
Oh, dude, absolutely. It's Phoenix, buddy. It's the end of the season. These guys have worked super hard all season long to get to where they are tonight, man. And it's all on the line for these last drivers right here. This is it. This is the epiphany and the culmination of their entire run throughout the season. So this is a way to wrap it up. And how they're going to wrap it up, man, only time's going to tell. It's Phoenix, baby. It is an aggressive short track ish, right? And it's technical. It really is technical. I was overhearing with Chummy and some of his insights on lines that he's looking to ascertain when it comes to tonight's race. And again, this track has so much diversity in those lines and in those entries and exits to allow these drivers to really place their truck where they need it to be.
100% agree. I'm going to piggyback that because I promise you, Phoenix, this is the track that everybody thought of, even when it was Daytona earlier this season, because trying to champion tonight. And now, Tom, I'm going to let you talk to Mr. Nicholas Lamb. You and Chris can talk to Nick as he's also coming into tonight in that championship 4. Tom, the floor is yours.
Nick Lamb, it's Tanamar, Chris Paul Hammerson, and myself up here in the booth. How you doing tonight, brother?
Doing all right. How about you guys?
We're doing all right. So here you are, Trucks, Phoenix, Championship 4. You made it through, long season, right, for the Trucks. And you finally made it to that Final 4, that last race. What are your thoughts going into tonight?
Just looking for a nice, smooth, easy race tonight is all I'm really looking forward to. Just being there at the end.
Okay. You got any strategy or you got a game plan?
Oh, I can't reveal that stuff.
Come on, Nick. Just let us know. Let us know the strategy, Nick.
There's always something.
Nobody else can hear this, okay?
They could hear it, but I just like to keep secrets, just to keep the show interesting. People gotta watch.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask one thing. I asked Chummy, earlier. I noticed, you struggled a little bit qualifying this year, right? You kind of towards that middle-ish of the pack, right? You got a plan to try to, get that truck up there and, top 5 tonight to give you a good shot to stay up there?
I'm hoping for a long run like we've been having here the last couple of weeks here in these trucks. I'm hoping to go all the way green to the end, but it's Phoenix. Last race, it might be a caution with 5 laps to go, and it might be that 5-lap shootout. See who has it there at the end, and that probably won't be me.
Well, it comes down to a long green flag run. Got to take care of them good years and make sure you got enough fuel, and keep it pointing in the right direction, right?
Yes.
All right.
100%.
Nick, give him some hell tonight, buddy. In that number 5. Qualify good and then race good, and we'll be talking to you at the end, brother. I have faith in the 5. Good luck, buddy.
Hell yeah, Nick. Get out there and get her down, my man. You looked good last week in that WTHC machine, dude. Let's see if you can repeat that process tonight and finish up there in the top, man. I do. I think that you got a good program when it comes to your truck and your car, and I'm excited to see what you're going to unleash tonight.
All right, man. I hope I'm open there, but you can't
hell,
count
buddy.
your eggs before you hatch.
That's true.
Give him hell, brother. Good luck, buddy.
Yep.
Later, bud.
All right, guys, we're going to speed on along. We're going to jump on into Garrett here. And now, Mr. Tron, I'm going to throw you on the spot and say the floor is yours, buddy, for Mr. Garrett.
How's it going, guys?
Garrett! Yeah. Here you go. Well, I think Tom was going to be hollering at you, but I'm going to start
You were.
You were. Oh, was that me?
This was you,
okay.
Tron.
Oh, shoot! Heck yeah! Hey, Garrett. So, dude, seriously, you've always been aggressive in these trucks. You've found your a fast line, an aggressive line, and something that will be easier on your tires. Are you looking to try to accomplish the same tonight at Phoenix?
I am actually. Last season I was too aggressive when I didn't need to be. This year, I kind of backed it off a little bit. Still took an aggressive line, still diving it in a little bit harder than what I normally do. But I'm able to hold it and have some clean races out of it. I'm enjoying it. I'm still being fast. This season, I didn't think I was ever fast on short courses, and yet those have been on my more favorited tracks lately. So I'm excited for Phoenix. I think Phoenix is going to be more of a short course style track. So I'm excited for that. But Nick is also one that I always look at. He knows how to save his tires, save his stuff, and he's fast in the long run. I don't really save as much as anybody else. So I'm going to have to be smart tonight for sure.
Okay. Now, on your pros and cons when it comes to Phoenix in general, pros wise, where are your strengths at Phoenix? And the same question goes on your weaknesses on those cons. Can you elaborate a little bit for us?
Yeah, my pros I think are the aggressiveness that you really need in Phoenix. The cons are with that aggressiveness, you're going to lose some tires pretty quickly. Compared to the other three competitors that we have, I mean, they're going to be a lot easier on tires than what I am. So it hurts me in the long run, but I think if we have a 20-lap shootout towards the end, I think I have a little bit more of an advantage because everybody knows me. I can be really aggressive, and they already know that I'm going to be aggressive since it's the final race.
No, copy that, and copy that on the aggressions. Now we are hearing kind of the same when it comes to the drivers from tonight's race and what their anticipations are. I've been hearing some late cautions possibly, but are you ready and anticipating a full green run if that does land the cards in the favor?
I am. At least for the first little bit, I'm going to be super smart and not be as aggressive. I'll back the corners up quite a bit just to save some, in case it does go to a long green flag. I don't anticipate it going to a long green flag because of, like I said, I think everybody considers Phoenix a short track, so I don't think it's going to go caution free. I would love for it to, and I'm going to plan for it to go caution free, but we'll see what happens.
Well, man, I do know one thing when it comes to you and the truck program. You've always had something pretty fast and pretty solid out there tonight, and we're looking to see the same out of you. So, I mean, dude, hey, crank on the lights, man, and chase those guys down if needs be, because I believe it's going to get aggressive tonight.
I do too. Good luck to you tonight, Mr. Garrett.
Yep.
I appreciate it very much, guys.
Yeah, good luck, Garrett.
It sounds
Appreciate
like
it, Tom.
It sounds like the 926 is set on kill from the start. He said he's not worried about saving tires, none of that deal. He did say he's going to chill out a little bit early, though. I did hear that out of Garrett. So maybe going to rein the aggression in there for a little bit and then pile it on there strong at the end. And now there was one. And this guy, I'll be honest, I've only did a few of these races. I've watched these races, but I know Chris Spencer's been very, very tough all season long. Picked up 4 race wins. Chris, you were live in the booth. You got a copy, brother.
Hey, what's going on, Tanner?
Man, oh man, I'm gonna tell you like I told Jeremy, we're doing good, but you're probably doing a little bit better. Maybe the nerves are a little bit higher for you than they are for us. Coming into the championship night here at Phoenix, Chris, what's the game plan for you, brother?
Well, right now I'll get feedback back to my wheel because it seems to not be working at the moment. But bring home a trophy and a race win.
Damn, you're battling steering wheel issues right now.
Yeah, I right before I came off pit road there, my feedback completely went out, so trying to get it back at the moment.
Well, brother, I'm not gonna sit here and just talk your ear off. Then we'll let you get back down there and let you get your issues sorted out. But did want to let you holler real quick. So good luck tonight and get that wheel sorted, and maybe we'll be talking at the end of this thing, brother.
Yeah, hopefully after the race I'm talking to you with your 2 trophies.
Yeah, right on, brother. Right on. 2 of them. Good luck, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, so man, oh man, T's and P's to Chris Spencer there. That'd be something to lose force feedback in your wheel a minute before the championship race.
I know, man. He's experiencing technical difficulties, before we drop the hammer, man. So you can hear the frustrations and in his voice at the moment right there, like, oh goodness, nerves are rattled right now, and to be plagued with some glitches right off the bat, could pose for a long night.
It absolutely could, but you can battle through adversity. It's a cool story at the end. Hey, I won this race with no force feedback at all. My wheel felt like crap, and I won this race. Well, folks, we have about 30 seconds to go here before these guys go on into qualifying for the championship night here for the Front Row Esports Series. We're going to crank up the music, and we'll be back momentarily.
Welcome, everybody. Here we go. The final round of the Front Row Esports Truck Championship here. Joining the booth tonight. In case y'all forgot, we got Tanamar and Chris Paul Hammers here, and good old Toilet Bowl Tom bringing you live action here on True Sim Productions. We got drivers currently in qualifying. We got we got Garrett Wallace currently right out on track. He didn't waste any time. As soon as it went green, he was out there. I know he said he was going to hopefully have a good qualifying effort, and sounded like he was going to go hard from the beginning. I'm curious to see how these drivers play out here for qualifying, and hope to see the playoff drivers up towards the front because, if you start towards the back, granted, there's only, 15, 16 trucks here tonight, but it's going to be tough to pass, and you don't want to make your night longer and harder than you have to, right?
Don't want to start behind the 8-ball. And Tron, I'll tell you what, it just feels like a party in here. It was sunset earlier. Look, the lights are on this track. The grip level's high. The tension, the tempers are high. I'm expecting fireworks tonight, Mr. Paul Amos.
Oh, dude, absolutely, man. Especially with being a little bit smaller of a field, there's gonna be a lot of room to maneuver out there, and a lot of pressure on these guys not to make any mistakes. If you fall back, there's not if it could be more of a green flag run is what I'm trying to say. We could have a longer green flag run with the limited numbers of trucks on the field.
And if the past truck races are any, indication of how tonight's going to go, how it's going to be, you figure our last 7-8 truck races have been green flag to flag.
That just means they're due for one now. You just jinxed us. I'm not going to.
I probably did just jinx it. I apologize to everyone. But, yeah, I probably did. You're right.
I'm expecting a banger, man. There's no more safety net. You don't have, I'll get them next race. You got to get them
there
this race.
There is no next race.
You got to get them this race.
Yep, this is it.
That's Garrett Wall's provisional pole with a 27.05. So, hey, he said he's going from the get-go, from the drop of the hammer. And everything I just said, no and void, because Honeycutt just went top of the board above him.
That's right. Put a screamer down as well, man. Look at that. Get some good speeds out there. Real close times, too, what I'm seeing here, Tanner. I mean, these guys look like they got a pretty good program, all of them. And I believe the field is going to be tight.
It is absolutely going to be tight. And another thing I'm noticing out here, a lot of Honeycutts. You got 3 of the Honeycutt boys out here now, huh?
Yep.
So you got Dwayne, Tyler Honeycutt, who did take over provisional pole, and then Donnie Honeycutt as well.
Yeah, so from what if I remember correctly, I'm sure they'll correct me after the race if I'm wrong. So Donnie is the father, and you have Dwayne, the uncle, Tyler's a son, and then the other Honeycutt is not racing tonight. So we have 4 that run with us in front row. But yeah,
you did not say that with a whole lot of confidence. So I'm gonna guess Tyler's probably the dad.
I'm wrong.
I feel like you were along the right track, but you just didn't sound a whole lot of confidence in there.
Brain doesn't work half the time, kind of like math and all that fun stuff. It just doesn't work.
Look at the one truck jumping in late. Oh, sorry, Tron, but look, Stephen T. Johnson elected to bring the truck out here tonight. Go ahead.
Yep.
Oh, man, not Big Johnson on the track now. He's always been pretty fast as well.
I mean, he's Mr. No practice, just jumps in the race, qualifies, puts a lap down, and he is driving that truck. Look how loose he was coming off the corner.
Yeah, he got big wiggles coming out right there. That's going to slow him down just a wee bit, but he can make up for it right now if he can really get this thing to rotate through the center right here and off. Yeah, buddy.
Forky's not going to be happy there. I know,
but at least he didn't scratch the truck.
He did not scratch the truck at all. My son Kane would love seeing that truck. He has his infatuation with Forky right now, and that's who was on the side of Johnson's truck.
Yeah.
So it looks like everybody has taken a time out here except Mr. Kel Butler. And I'll be honest, I haven't even saw Kel turn a lap. So is he racing tonight, Tom?
I have no idea.
10-4. So you're going to find out when we find out all, huh?
Yes, I have no clue. So,
got about 20 seconds left to qualifying. We're going to put the curse out. I have to do it. I do it on every broadcast I do. We're going to start out with you first, Mr. Paul Hamas. Who is your pick tonight, not only for the race win, but for the championship? It can be different people if you don't think the champion's going to win either.
Ooh, shoot, man, that is definitely a really good question because we got some talent in the field tonight. And, again, everything is super tight. So I heard you guys both got Mark Miller in that one. But, I'm solid with with Garrett. Honestly, I think Garrett seems like he's going to have himself a decent program tonight. He's already shown some speed, and he seems really assertive in his program. So I'm gonna go with that 926.
926. That's a strong pick. And he's starting outside row number 1, Tyler Honeycutt. We watched him. He put it on the pole with a 26.966. Mike Wood's going to be starting inside row number 2, and starting right there to his outside, a short track ringer, Mr. Larry Bell. Starting 5th is Chris Sawyer. 6th is another Honeycutt. It's Donnie Honeycutt in the 22 machine. 7th is Dwayne Honeycutt. 8th, Sam Lawson. Nicholas Lamb, 9th. Chummy Miller's 10th. Chad Meadows starting right outside the top 10, starting P11. Chris Spencer, off night qualifying perhaps, starting P12. Let's see if we can cycle through the rest of the grid really quick. 13th is Dustin German. 14th, Brian Beach. Jason Bowers, 15th. Stephen T. Johnson, 16th. And Kel Butler, representing Front Row Motorsports, starting 17th. So 17 trucks taken to the field here tonight at Phoenix.
I see Chris Spencer's time is a he was a little bit toward the rear of the field, and he was plagued with some issues right off the bat. I wonder if those issues are still causing him grief right now.
I think absolutely, because if I remember correctly with the graphic we had earlier, I'm pretty sure his average start was like 5th. So this is definitely starting the night behind the 8 ball here, starting 12th on the grid. 90 laps here at Phoenix. I almost said 100, but 90 laps out here. He has the time. Is he going to have the pace? And are them wheel problems? Are they going to plague him, or did he get him sorted out? We're going to find out pretty quick.
Now we got ourselves a mean number of laps tonight, right? And how many green flag stops did we calculate, or did we calculate that already?
Tom, do you got that information? I'll be honest, I totally forgot to ask. As I think we've lost Tom as well.
No, I was yelling at drivers.
Oh, I got you.
All right. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah. Doing the
Do
quick
you
little-
know? Do you know type of fuel numbers at all for Tullibo?
If I remember correctly, again, this is remembering. It's around like 60-ish laps on the 75%.
Right. So you got
65,
So you-
70. So
you're
it's gonna be a
confident
one
one stop, probably one stop race.
one
probably.
stop race, 100%. One stop race.
Copy that. Copy that. Lights are off on the gender neutral pace car. Gonna make that left-hand turn on the pit road. It's go time now, ladies and gentlemen. Green
Oh,
flag.
not yet.
Not yet.
They
Not-
got it.
Right.
You
You
got to
gotta
go
wait.
down the back stretch.
That is the one thing about
Don't jump
Phoenix.
the gun. Come on.
That is one thing about Phoenix. They gotta watch that pace car pull off, and then they still gotta pace for another half a mile. It feels like 3 miles when you're in a truck. You're
Feels
ready to go.
forever when you got no
Mhm.
pace car in front of you.
As Garrett Wiles hunting for the championship. He's on the front row here. As green flag is out in the air. Looks like Honeycutt down low got a good start. Already going down to that apron. Something we haven't even mentioned yet. But it's Phoenix, baby. They're going to be down there all night long.
especially with the this bootleg, and I love this design of the course and the track. It really opens up that exit of turn 4 and gives them a lot of options.
As you're going to have to disregard top right. I tried to fix that on SDK. SDK is being wonky again tonight on us, so we're working with what we got here. But Gary Walsh slotted in P2 right there behind Honeycutt. Mike Wood sitting third. That's how they started. That's how they broke away from the pack. Top 3 have broken away a little bit. Got Chris Sawyer back here in P4.
Yeah, we got a big fight happening. It looked like around the 10th position. Looked like I've seen Chris Spencer kind of in the middle of all of it right there in that
Ooh.
62.
Mark Miller just got in the wall hard. They were 3
Ooh.
wide there coming out of turn 2 there.
Yeah, 2 of your
Hard
championship
ball.
4 were 3 wide right there. That's not what you want to say. Oh, more contact almost.
That's close, baby.
Well,
Here
if,
comes up John. Get that one truck, man. Already marching through the field.
trying to follow Chris Spencer up through the field and doing a hell of a job doing it right now. So Spencer, with battling wheel issues, started 12th, already up to 9th in the course of 3 laps. So he is definitely moving.
We do have a new leader, by the way.
Oh, Garrett Wiles took the race lead over from Honeycutt.
Yeah.
And here comes looks like Michael Wood on the 99. And he got some good fight in these guys right behind him for that. Looks like that 4th, 5th position.
I wonder what happened to Honeycutt. He looked a little slow on the front stretch there. Wood was
I don't know
really
if he got
catching him.
loose and just had a bad run, or maybe again, Garrett did say he was going to literally drive as hard as he could. Is he driving, overdriving it, and is Honeycutt, saving his stuff?
That always a good possibility with these little bit longer style NASCAR style races, because Garrett has opened it up to almost a second lead over Honeycutt. He's booking it. Let's jump on board with him here.
Yeah, I want to see his entry here in the 4. Tight. Yep. Down to the bottom.
He's tight.
Yeah.
Arc it out. Bring her to the wall right there. All up in the gas. And see, he's not cutting the dog leg either, so that could be a little tire saving strategy as well. Could cut in the dog leg? Does that wear more on your tire? Does it cut your speed down? Time on track right now, it looked like he's doing a fantastic job leading the heck out this race.
As I saw these guys doing battle back there, he's talking about Garrett, the 22 machine. He was wanting to go. It looked like Chris Sardi got a little loose in the 77, so the 22 did get by. Got his eyes set on Samuel Lawson up in front of him now for P5.
I saw some trucks sideways back there toward the rear of the field. I think
they got it.
6 truck.
They got it gathered up, though.
As that was something I heard during practice. I was hearing these guys really talk about the truck sliding around. I thought when the lights came on here, I thought it would manufacture a little bit more grip into the surface, but they are still slipping and sliding. Look at the 62 truck walking out right out to the wall sideways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's hit the thing pretty through the center.
And this is one of those tracks that I think the trucks running an iRacing fixed set have always been loose. It could be, daytime at 1 o'clock. Track could be 130 degrees. Be nighttime. Track could be 70 degrees. The trucks are just always loose here. I don't know what it is, but they always are.
I feel like we got to keep tabs on the championship for Nicholas Lamb. Started 9th, back to 13th, so has went backwards here. Is that a measure to save tires? Save a little bit of tires for later in the race. It's a great possibility, but right now he is running 13th. Dummy's running 11th, so just a car right there in front of him. Then you got to jump up a few spots to P7, Chris Spencer, then of course Garrett Wiles leading around the circuit right now.
Yeah, man, but let's see what he's going to do with that. Is he too far out? Is he pushing those tires too much, and are we going to start seeing him back up here in the next 10 laps?
He is consistently 2 to 3 tenths faster a lap than the entire field.
He's stretching it out on him right now. He's definitely stretching it out on him.
So either he has figured something out that nobody else has, or he's driving the wheels off it.
Look back off the gearbox of Garrett Wiles, the race leader here. Look at all that real estate, all that distance in between him and second place. Right now, it's comfortable for him. But like Tron said, is he burning up them tires? We'll know by about lap 20 if he has too much out of the tires, right? So he has about 9 more good laps, and then it's going to slowly and surely, those lap times are going to start falling off a little bit.
Yep.
I'm curious, too, to see, what is going to happen to these drivers a little bit later on in this run. Who's going to be able to figure out that loose and tight conditions when it comes to their trucks and where they're at in their programs, and who's it really going to affect, and what they're going to be able to do with it. Like right now, we already see some trucks moving forward.
Ooh,
one, Steven Johnson, getting tight right there, and a little nice little battle ensued with the 19.
Like the one truck may have thought the 19 was going to go down and cut that dog leg, did not. Now the one truck's bringing down pit road for an unscheduled stop. I'm not sure what happened with Steven there. Head back up front to Garrett, though. He is just walking the dog right now, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's what he's liking him. That clean air, of course, that's always going to improve your speed. But I'm already seeing, looks like the 12 of Lawson, who's moved up considerably since the start of the race, now find himself in that P2 and getting close to challenging the leader. So is Garrett already starting to back up, or is that 12 figuring that same thing out that Garrett did?
Phoenix is abrasive, Tom. We see it here all the time. Anything you race this track is very, very abrasive. You can burn a right front up really quick.
And the thing is, and like you said, you can do it without knowing you're doing it, right? I mean, it's just, So I'm guarantee there's guys out there right now that, already want another set of good years right now.
I 100% believe. And look at this. Sam's right there to the back bumper of our race leader, Garrett. Throwing it to the apron.
Yep. He's hitting the hell out of that dog leg right now, and Garrett isn't. That's really putting him, now to put him side by side. He going to clear him. He going to pass him right here.
Yeah, new race leader, the governor.
Look at that. And the one thing about hitting that dog leg, you got to be careful. It's really critical in the next gen cars, right? But even in these trucks, if you hit it right, or I should say wrong, you're going to do damage underneath that truck, and you're going to have an extra 10 to 15 seconds on a pit stop trying to get it fixed. And it will eventually start hurting the handling of that race truck.
Right now, it seems like the 12 truck's not getting any bothered by it right now. As he's putting that truck to use, man. He going down there doing a little off-road action, working the suspension. I mean, it is a truck, Tom, so hey, he doing what he needed to be doing. Nice pitching. Ooh, looks like it's getting real tight with the 99. And who is that? Is that the...
You got
Chris Sawyer,
99
There
Bush
you
Doyle.
go.
You got, is that a Honeycutt? And you got Chris Spencer there. That's a cluster right there.
That's why I went back to Chris. 'Cause I saw he was in the Hornet's Nest, we're going to call it. He's gotten around it now. So Chris Spencer is a man possessed. He started 12th, excuse me, already up to P5 in short order. He's coming.
Yep. And we know
these guys.
And we know Chris Spencer knows how to get it done on these trucks. The most wins this season. It's probably been one of the most consistent drivers all season. So we know he knows how to get it done. He's no stranger to the front. Just a matter of does he have anything left by the time he gets there?
And does he ask too much out of the equipment to get there, right? He started behind the 8 ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and again, we're separated out. Everybody has some space. It seems like we're going to be looking at a longer green flag run. So now we're going to be focusing on time on track. It's going to be what kind of lap times can you consistently put down throughout your tire run and your tire life here, and then of course getting this thing on and off pit road, which we haven't even started to touch base into that one.
Yeah.
That pit road entry can be a little tricky, but if you know how to get your car or your truck in that thing, you can get a lot of time.
You can. Absolutely. As we head back here to another championship contender, and 11th is the 6th of Chummy Miller. Got also Nicholas Lamb right there with him. So those two have found each other on the racetrack. So now Nick just does not want to let Chummy get out of his sights, and he's got to hope that Chummy leads him to Spencer and Wiles. And I mean, we saw Wiles jump out to a good lead, but I think he is starting to either struggle or he's managing the equipment now. 21 laps in. Now we did say, Tron, you called it, Chris. You said about 20 laps or so, and we're at lap 21.
Yeah, and falling back, but again, that Lawson did catch him, in pretty quick, matter of time there. And again, I'm wondering if he's could possibly be thinking the same. Got a good run, felt his truck out, and he's handling great. He's loving it. He's laying into it. He's got that clean air, but mistakenly, he's pushing there too hard, heating those tires up, and we'll start to lose grip here in a little bit. But again, this is how these drivers are going to have to maintain and manage their runs through tonight's race.
Got to play chess tonight. You can't afford to play checkers. You gotta think. In chess, you think about a move or two ahead, right? Well, out here, you got to think a lap or two ahead. You got to try to stay on your toes, stay on the top of the track conditions, and don't let the tire wear fall behind you. Because if it does, then you're going to start losing time to your competitors.
And right now, he's starting to lose. The 926 is under attack by the 20 right now. And to see if the 20 can bring it back. He was our race leader here, the pole starter. And again, lost the lead a little bit to the 926. And 926 now backing up of Garrett Wiles up to the bumper of the 20. If he can make around him and make a charge back to the front.
Also noticing here, Garrett's starting to cut that apron a little bit. He's starting to take the dog leg. We saw him not doing it earlier. So I think the 926, I think he feels the pressure from the 20 now as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We just see it does look like it's starting to calm down a little bit further back behind them, but we did see a pretty substantial battle happening, which could hurt those guys when it comes to their tires later on in this run. So we'll see if that does make a difference.
So I'm going to pull out a little Larry Mack here now. Granted, we all know these drivers can make it on one stop, right? Easily do one stop. Are there going to be drivers tonight try to do a two-stop strategy, hoping it stays green to try to make up time on fresh tires?
Can they make up that time on fresh tires? That was going to be my next question to y'all. I was hoping one of y'all knew, but that's the $1 million question, though, week in and week out. And is the extra set of tires, is it worth it and fast enough to get back around and get the lead?
But what
You
happened
know-
with Johnson? Let's kind of touch base on that one for a second. He did do an early pit stop. What was that all about? Was that to
well, he had
make it from there?
he had a 5-minute pit stop.
Right.
Oh, so he had some mad damage. Okay.
So he had some damage or something. One of the kids woke up.
That's what I'm
it's hard to
thinking. We
say,
know
right?
he's on dad duty with a newborn, basically,
Yeah.
right? Or an
Yeah.
infant still.
Yep. So I'm willing to bet one of the kids woke up and he'd attend to one of the kids.
That makes sense.
Our father's out there to get him back in bed in 5 minutes. That's record pace right there for Johnson. So he's doing everything
Yeah.
fast tonight, boys and girls.
I mean, to be fair, he used to pit under caution at Talladega, go take care of the child, right, and be back and not lose a lap. So
We saw him just pull back down pit road. So hopefully everything's
Yeah.
okay at the Johnson household. Nothing crazy going on. Kids maybe just won't go to sleep. As I'm starting to notice a name creep up the scoreboard, the scoring pylon here. Nicholas Lamb. He's moving forward, boys and girls. He's up to P9 or working
He
on
is.
P9 right now.
Dude, and he's got himself a good heap of battle right now at that 18. 18 trying to hold hard on that outside. He's finally going to get that rotation underneath. See if he can get that thing to bite. Does. Clears him pretty easy. Will we look for the crossover in the 18?
Ooh.
No, 18 is going to go ahead and maintain the outer line. The 5 truck, look, a nice dive to the dog leg right there. But he's gaining some strength and some speed as he rotates the center right here, trying to get a little more power off as he's gaining on the 17.
He absolutely is. He's fishing right now, boys and girls. He's got that line reached out and he's reeling them in. Slowly but surely, he's reeling them in. Now to the back bumper of the 17 of Dwayne Honeycutt. So the 5 truck, it's humming. It's going.
We got the 99 right there trying to maintain as well. So it's like, again, I think that's going to be a little bit of a tornado about starting to form up here between these trucks as these guys starting to get a little bit closer and closer, on the track.
Now, the other thing I want to bring up, right? We got a lot of drivers here, obviously not battling for the championship. Then we got those final 4. So you got Garrett there in second. Currently, he's the points leader right now. The champion, he's leading the championship at this very second, right? Tyler and Donnie behind him, Honeycutt, they're in the same Discord. You think they're content just maybe riding there for a little while, knowing this guy right now is currently leading the championship? We don't want to do anything dumb to take him out, ruin his night. Think some of that's going on right now.
Oh yeah, that's a firm. I would imagine so. I mean, that's anybody out there who's racing, has that etiquette. I would only assume that and again that could play into their favor as well by laying back, not running so hard, saves those tires, and then allows these guys to run the way they're going to run and bring them back to them.
And so, speaking of tires, we're 31 laps into this race tonight. They've already dropped off a little over a second off their fastest laps.
Yep.
And the 12 does not look like he's backing up, at all at the moment. He seems to be continuing his gap on the field and marching it out even further.
It looks like Honeycutt's getting ready to make a move on Wiles. I think maybe we were taking care of each other earlier, but he may sense a green flag run here, and he sees that leader getting smaller and smaller out the windshield, right? So Honeycutt may want to make a move over Garrett pretty quick here. Because, look, he's going down to the dogleg here, taking it down low on the 926, 20 car down low. And look like Garrett's possibly going to just give it to him here.
Yeah, let it go. He's. If I was Garrett, I would, right? I'm in the
Absolutely.
right there.
You're the champion right now, even if you're third. Absolutely.
Exactly.
So I'm wondering, Mr. Larry Mack, will somebody two-stop this race? Will somebody try to do it?
Right now, if I were Nick Lamb, Chris Spencer, Chummy Miller, yes, I'd be trying something. Garrett's up there in second. He needs to do what the leaders do, right? If I were, say, any of this, Mark Miller, right, currently sitting in 12th place, I'd be bringing that truck down pit road, getting 4 fresh tires,
I agree.
go like hell.
I agree. You got to do something different here because Chummy, I'll be honest, he was somebody I thought would be up there in the mix, and now this may be by design for the 6 car. He may be riding back here, minding his P's and Q's by design, right? I'm
going to jump down there and go holler at the old Mark Miller right now and see what his thoughts are.
All right, well, you let us know.
Roger that. Yeah, I think if we're gonna do that, if someone was gonna do that extra stop there and try to maintain, I think that would have happened already if they're gonna split it evenly, 30-30,
Right.
30-60 and then 90 there. So I think that window has passed, and I do see everyone kind of running what they brought right now, and just trying to maintain as best pace as they can. So here's my thought process if I'm in this truck right now. I'm worrying about my lap times, my consistent lap times. I want to keep these things up to speed, but I don't want to overdo it. So I want to make sure I'm not pushing it. Oh, here comes Chummy.
Chummy Miller down pit side here, coming for service. Let's go. We'll go back on Chummy when he gets towards his pit box. I am curious of what the 6 truck does here as far as pit strategy is concerned.
All right, I'm back.
And man, oh man, I promise there's no worse feeling than being on pit road. You see your competitors blowing by you because you want a short pit to try to gain the time, but in the back of your head, like, man, what if a caution flies, all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Chummy's taking a big risk here. It looks like the right side of the truck's going up. I believe.
I went down there and told him, go down there, get yourself 4 fresh tires, get back out there and drive the wheels off it.
All right, so now if Chummy goes 7 laps down and stays 7 laps down, we can blame Tom. It was Tom's fault.
Exactly.
Right?
It's my fault. Yeah, exactly.
In all actuality, you guys, if we're thinking about it here and doing the math on the numbers, can they make it from here?
I think so.
Yes, you
guess
can
so.
make it from
60
here, but
60 laps, yeah.
you're not going to want to.
Tires?
You're going to want tires 30 to go, 20 to go. You're going to want to set tires. That's when it's going to get racy, real racy. Right?
I know, man. If I'm somebody like Chummy, I'm going to try to go, but try to make sure I can make it to the end. I don't think I'm coming back down for service. He might, right? But I think I'm going to try to short
I think I'm with
guys.
you. I think I'm with you on that one. If I'm get out there, get an advantage right now,
right?
With those 4 fresh feel goods, back it off, and then maintain as long as you can, and hopefully everything will cycle around to these guys will come in and get their tires, but you're already too far ahead of them.
Right. Now, say the caution comes with 30, 20, 10 laps to go. Of course, I'll come down and get me 4 Mr. Feelgoods again, but. Yep. I don't want to pit again under green. I've got on pit road and off pit road if I'm Chummy Miller, right? I've got on and off pretty good. Now I just got to basically hit the point that Chris was saying earlier, just consistent lap times now at this point. Mm-hmm. Whether they're faster or slower, don't matter, but just be consistent with it right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And that's, again, it looks like he's out there and he's going to be gaining a lot, but at the same time, he was a substantial amount of distance behind the leader in the first place.
Right.
So he's going to have to make all that up, and then plus on top of that to give himself some kind of a gain. But again, he's not really fighting the leader.
Nope.
He's fighting the 3 other trucks that are out there on track.
Right.
So the 926, and the 62.
And
They're
right
going
now,
side by side right now,
on those fresh tires, he is currently he's 1.1 seconds faster than Sam Lawson.
Woo. He's put it here getting dicey, so he's definitely catching them. But like Chris said, it's going to be a process tonight, right? Because he was a little bit behind when he did pit, right? So now he's got to try to make up that ground and then some. But he is currently turning quicker laps than the leader is, so he's going to definitely cut the distance between them down. At least saw a good battle here between Lamb and Spencer. Oh, we got a very busy pit road. Spencer hit pit road and hit it late as hell there.
Yeah.
Holy
Could that be a possible?
I don't know. I'm wondering.
He does not have a black flag.
That was.
We know Chris Spencer and getting on pit road. He's one of the most aggressive guys we got when it comes to getting on pit road.
I didn't think he was pitting, man. I saw the other 2 dip down. I was like, oh, he's not. He's going around another lap, and boom, out of nowhere, he almost caught the barrel. Like he was.
Yeah,
it was almost a Jesus take the wheel moment for the 62.
Well, he did that last week at Homestead 2 weeks ago. He came up pit road really hot and he caught the barrel. Yeah.
Oh, put the camera on Sam Lawson. He was walking the dog sideways right there really bad. So now, I was going to say, it's going to force the 12 truck to come down. He cannot stay out there a whole lot longer and lose time.
1-2 laps is all I would be staying out right now.
So now, it's going to come down to Dustin German's going to come out the leader as it stands. And don't look now, but mama, there's that bad man, Nicholas Lamb, up to P2. Now, it's pit strategy right now. I know. Yep. But if the caution was to fly, this race has got turned over on its head.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, the field seems pretty separated out, so it's going to have to be a serious driver mistake in that matter, losing it, and I think to bring out a caution. As we got more green flag stops underway.
It's going to basically involve getting on pit road or getting off pit road, right? That's the only time that caution's really going to probably fly at this point. Because look, I mean, everybody is separated by a little bit, right? First, second, and third, they have about 3 seconds between them, 2.5 seconds between them. So everybody's separated out pretty good. You might have a little cluster of cars around each other just based off where you went on pit road and how you came off. But I'm watching Garrett Wiles here. He was the race leader earlier, fell back to third there and pitted. So I'm going to see if he goes a little bit harder here on the short run like he did earlier. He proved to have good pace in the short run, but we watched him kind of falter on the long run. So what's the 926 going to do here? Is he going to back it down a little bit, or if he's going to try to do it again?
If I'm Garrett, I'm going to go like hell. It worked for him that first round there.
For 21
he
laps,
has to go put it this pound.
Right.
But he was still sitting. The furthest he fell back was third.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, that's still champion. I got to remember that's championship. That's champion.
Yeah. So, if I'm him, I'm going to go like hell. Get through this traffic, get some clean air, and just ride.
I do want to note, from 6th place on back, they are all trapped a lap down. Nicholas Lamb is the only championship contender on the lead lap now. So I'm telling you, man, I hate to be the race whisperer, but if that caution was to fly, it would be freaking insane now. It'd be terrible for the rest of the guys right now.
Because if you're Nick right now, your only strategy move at this point in time is stay out till it runs out of fuel, hope for a caution.
Exactly. And it very well could happen. We're seeing these guys slide around, right? But now, like Chris said, they are spread out now. But Nick is coming here getting ready to be the race leader because he is hounding the 66, really cutting that dog's leg there.
Now, have we also thought about this? Now, there is this option here for the 5, at least from where he's setting himself up at the moment, is what if he was to run this? Could he run this thing entire 90 laps on one set of tire and do a splash and go, barely enough fuel to get him across the line? Would that save him enough time
I like that. I like
to beat it out?
I like that.
I mean, that would be a possibility.
This is all time on track, boys. Because there ain't no caution. We ain't racing no caution here. So this is time on track. If he can save himself enough tire and keep that truck pointed the right direction with some speed, that could be a good call.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. So right now, the only 2 trucks that have not pitted are Dustin German and Nick Lamb.
Yep.
So right now, are these guys hoping and praying for a caution? As Nick is coming down pit road.
Did Nick get the bonus point there for leading the lap? Is that what he did?
He wanted that bonus point for leading the lap.
He grabbed that bonus point and brought it down pit road.
Yep.
Okay, so the only one that can do that now would be the 66, the only guy left out on track. And let's see, I mean, will he run it out of gas and go from there? I mean, they get that seems like a viable option. Again, I don't know what the clock is going to say by the end of it.
Just it comes down to how much fuel you need, right? How much if it's only like a gallon. Well, these are NASCAR trucks. They can put that gallon in a blink of an eye, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's electing to stay out there. He's going to stretch it out. Either hope for the yellow flag or hope for the late race splash and go here. As Garrett's coming up there to unlap himself now.
Yep. As I hate to be Garrett right now, I don't want to be this guy, but he is starting to blink out a little bit. He's racing on that, old satellite Starlink internet.
Is he?
I'm gonna hope it holds together for him right now.
Man, you probably just jinxed him like you jinxed the race, but the race has been good so far. So
right.
So
maybe not. I didn't know he raced on Starlink.
He does. He races on Starlink.
I've never seen him ever really blink until he does, and that's funny to say it like that, I know, but he never really blinks, but when he does start blinking, it's normally like a freaking Christmas tree. It's a strobe light.
Yes.
Like if you're epileptic, don't stare at it, right? Because
all of a sudden he'll be really good, and all of a sudden, like, way to go. It's
that's it. That's the change in satellites right there. Which again, they're launching more and more. So,
dude, I know
the technology gonna get better.
Oh,
whoa!
Big wiggle there to the 66.
As I've done a lot of research on Starlink, dude. It's actually awesome. Shout out to Elon for
Yeah.
what he's doing. I know you're a subscriber, was right, Chris?
I am, and we are still with Starlink at the
Whoa!
moment. Yes.
Almost a wreck on pit road there.
Holy Jesus, dude! Yeah, we're wanting that some. Whoa!
We'll back a
Talk
little
about bringing
bit.
in hot, baby.
That's-
That's a hot LZ.
Yeah.
I mean, coming in hot. They're not trying to leave anything on the table.
And then,
Oh!
whoa!
I think he was speeding, boys. Does he have a black, Tom?
He does not have a black.
Goodness.
Yes, he does.
Wow.
He does.
Yeah,
have-
yes, he does have a black flag.
I don't know if
Yep.
Jason Bauer kind of cramped him style. Like maybe Jason entered a little slower. I don't know, man. It felt like Jermaine was hauling the mail there.
Yep.
Go back out live. Sam Lawson now has recuperated the lead. It has almost a 5-second gap lead over Garrett Wallace. So Sam had a good pit entry and pit exit, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, 5 seconds is a good gap. If I was Sam right now, I'd put that thing in cruise control and just relax a little bit. You know what I mean?
70% right now. Just let Garrett close in that gap a little bit. Right, you got 5 seconds, man. You have a little bit of time to spare. Rein it in a little bit, and keep those four Mr. Feelgoods feeling good.
Yep.
Yeah, he was smart. He was very smart when it comes to reading, and that's the other thing too. We didn't really elaborate on much is the ability to read the pace of the race, and that's what the 12 I believe was doing there. He's seen a few cars start to he's little sideways action there, the slippy slip, but he's seen the leader cars, the top 5 start to pit, and he brought that thing in quick so he didn't lose any time to them. And still remained his gap on the field. Whoa, man, getting tight right there, buddy.
It is. That's teammates too, racing close like that. Got it really tight. Looked like Sam got loose when he stepped behind Larry Bell there a while ago, coming out of 3 and 4. Maybe a product of he's used to having clean air on that nose, right? He's been out front a huge short chunk of tonight's race. May have had a little bit of dirty air on that 12, but Garrett is. Well, never mind. I was gonna say reeling him in some, but the gap's widened up now.
Wow.
Yep. Now, you think Garrett learned from that first stint, I drove too hard, just take it easy a little bit, and, if I finish where I am, I'm a champion, right?
Bingo. Like I said earlier, folks, the champion, they don't have to win this race to be called the champion. That's
Correct.
the beauty of the NASCAR format. I know a lot of people hate on the format. I love it, man. I love it. It's drama. It's intense to race in. It's a format that's really hard to race in. I'll be honest, but it's
You only
awesome.
like it because you got the fan vote.
No, I promise you, I don't like that at all. That's sad. I even needed that. Okay, that's rough season. All right.
Yeah.
Went from hero to zero pretty quick this season, dude. Man, oh
It's
man.
been rough for sure.
Friday nights has been a rough one for me this season, and I wish I could get on here and say, it's not even my fault. I'd be lying to you. It's been awful.
Yeah.
That's a roller coaster of racing right there, but we have
It
our
is.
good runs and our bad runs, and it's all about how you finish it out at the end.
You just gotta
Exactly.
throw your hands up and say "we" and enjoy the ride, brother. Enjoy the ride.
Exactly.
As Chris Spencer's up to P5 now, that's where we saw him riding at when he elected to go down pit road for service on lap 44. Only 27 laps to go, so you're looking at almost a quarter of a way left to go here. I know math's a little off because we did 90 laps, not 100, but bear with me on that. I mean, at this point, he can't afford to be like Garrett and try to rein it in something, right? He's got to.
Oh! Oh! 19 just.
I'm hearing a lot of ooh, ah, and all that.
The 19 got tight, smacked the wall coming off 4, then bounced it down to the inside wall. Kept it straight, didn't hit another truck or wreck himself. So,
Wow.
props to him for holding on that machine. That was impressive.
Yeah, and now he's coming down to change his pants, it looks like.
Yeah, I was gonna say tires, but I like to change the pants. I'm trying to find it on SDK and I can't find it. It obviously had to be a fairly big one. I was hearing Tom, he couldn't speak. All he could say was "oh." I was trying to find. I was like, "Where we need to look at, Tom?" Ooh. As Honeycutt's got past Garrett Wallace, so Wallace now P3. I do want to say shout out to Garrett because he is I didn't know he was an asphalt guy like this, really, until as of late. I thought because he runs some trophy trucks all the time, stuff like that. I thought he was more of a road course guy, but he is showing out here tonight at Phoenix.
No, he's doing his work out there tonight. But where is the closest person to him is going to be Bell, right? In that fifth position?
No, Chris Spencer in fifth.
Or Spencer,
is the next championship contender. I mean, right now, I mean, Garrett and Sam are running identical lap times almost. Chris Spencer's running about 2/10 slower. So, I mean, with 23 laps to go, it's if I'm Sam and Garrett, I'm just gonna ride. I'm just gonna cruise, right?
As Chummy Miller was running fourth in regards to the championship 4.
Yep, he's coming down for that final stop.
Yep, doing something different. So he's going to turn it for certain into a 2-stop.
Yep.
What's these other guys going to do? I don't know if the time can be there for Chummy here. He wasn't making up a lot of ground before, right? And it's not a knock or anything. It's just a spade to spade.
Yep.
Right. But you do got to try something different at this point. You got to, I mean, stay on the same strategy. If I was to fight Muhammad Ali with his strategy, he's probably going to beat me up, right? So you got to get on a little bit different strategy sometimes.
Exactly.
Let's see if he has enough time to make that strategy work, though. Because again, like we're inside the 20 almost, so it's going to be this is counting down quick.
He's going to need He's going to need Lady Luck on his side, for sure. He's going to need a caution or something to help him out here, I think.
I think I'm on that ball. I'm on that ball team, I believe. And I think I'm on that same boat when it comes to Nicholas Lamb. I'm not writing Lamb off yet. I'm not writing none of these guys off, obviously. But Lamb may need a caution or something here because right now he has about a 15-second gap to first. Well, he has an 8.5-second gap to the championship leader right now, who is Garrett Walls, and been Garrett Walls practically all night.
Yeah.
Now Chris Spencer's on the same straightaway as Garrett, so now as a 62, you look at your windshield here on the backstretch. And you see Garrett, naturally you gotta turn it up a little bit then, right? Because you see him now.
Gotta drive harder.
Yeah, now you see the 926 at your windshield. Earlier you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's definitely those belts are pulled a little bit tighter in that 62. That wheel, it's more white knuckle. Whoa, 18, really sideways there. Brian
Step
Breach.
out, baby.
Yeah, Beach with a hell of a save there for the 18 Mountain Dew machine. There's Mountain Dew, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Looking like Cale Butler out here with the Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Mm-hmm. Kel is known for those really good-looking Mountain Dew paint schemes.
He always has a Mountain Dew paint scheme, for sure.
He loves Mountain Dew.
As Lawson, man, oh man, this kid wasn't going to race tonight. I had to tell the governor, I legit told him I was going to beat him up if we didn't race. Told him I was going to bully him if he did not race. And so he came out, he quit watching the Tennessee Titans game, coming out. And look at him now. 7 seconds up ahead of second place Honeycutt. And Tyler's no slouch either, right? Because he's been bad fast on Friday nights for sure in the next gens. So I know he's fast in these trucks as well. So open up a 7-second lead over a Honeycutt out here.
Yeah. As we got a battle starting to form up here with Garrett and Tyler.
Could this well and slow him up enough?
Yep.
It's a possibility.
Go back in on that 20 truck, though, and that Tyler, he's been a pretty dominating force since he's stepped foot over here to front row and whatnot. And again, on those Friday nights, like you're describing there, he's had himself a podium finish, I think, every race for the last 3 races.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's impressive. That's impressive you can remember that, too, Tron. We do so many broadcasts. Now they all run together, I'll be honest. They're like, Tanner, what'd you do last night? And I got to sit there and think for a minute.
So, Sam Lawson right now is out to a 7.5-second lead.
The party boy. What can you say?
I just want to know, what kind of things does NASCAR got to look for after this race on his truck?
I don't know, but
Nitrous,
look at the 6 truck, though. The 6 come down for fresh tires and putting the pressure, applying serious pressure to the point where Sam Lawson's into the outside wall. Holy hell.
Yeah, he got an fence there.
The 6 wants one of those laps back, and he's going to come up there and take it back the hard way. The old school way there. And
Well, where does this sit for him, though? I mean, I don't think he has any kind of
14 laps. Could he do that again twice more? I don't think so, right? But
no way.
I mean, it's racing. Anything can happen for certain, but that's a tall
he had
hill.
to try something different, though.
Absolutely.
You know, it's just
absolutely. And we can blame you, right? Because you told him a strategy, right?
you're right. I did, but he agreed with it, so it's not all mine.
Cool it, Bo. Cool it, Bo. Leading your teammate off the cliff, man.
Hey, yeah, I had to tell him to try something because
Man, oh man.
62 and 5 door to door.
Yeah. We've clicked back here 3 times to this group right here, and both 2 out of 3 times they've been side by side, almost door banging. They're definitely getting after it out here tonight. 12 laps to go. Damn it, it's go time now. I just cussed. I didn't mean to, but damn it, it's go time for sure.
No, that's not cussing, man. That's
Right.
that's colorful speaking.
Well, thank you for that, Sean. Appreciate it.
100%, my man. And then we got the 62, duking it out with the 5. Is the 5 gonna have something like here goes for the crossover?
Crossover move from the high side.
He's gonna try.
Get underneath them. But while these two are duking it out, where's Garrett?
Right.
Pulling away.
Garrett loves if he knows this is happening, he loves it, right? He loves to hear the 2 of them are going door to door, almost freaking leaning on each other.
Dang.
Lamb not giving it up either. Lamb's
Tight hook right there on Lamb's part. Still rotating that super inside tight run there. Is he gonna try to peel it out?
it's gonna get tight there.
Oh,
Yeah, baby.
To the inside here, 3 and 4.
Stretch.
That high side, it has the momentum here on this front stretch, but I think Nick's gonna finally.
he got
door
loose.
bang.
Loose again. These guys know there's 10 laps left, right? Not the final lap.
I don't know.
Okay.
They know it's go time. They definitely know that.
It is. It is.
I seriously hurt his momentum as you see 2 trucks getting past the 5 or
That
almost
sucks for Nick.
that door up, man. They come flying by him.
Yep, that sucks for Nick. We saw him get loose. He lost a lot of momentum there now. Yeah. Now he has to try to battle back to the 62.
Take a lap, cool them good ears down, and make one more run at it.
9 laps to go. Do you have time to even take a lap now, brother? I mean,
apparently not. He's going for it.
You gotta go for it. You gotta just go for it now.
You got to, yeah.
The tires gonna be what they're gonna be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back down to the low side. He's definitely burning it down right now. He is. He's already back to the inside of Brian Beach here. Down low, attacking 3 and 4. Well, everything I said, never mind. Beach had a hell of a run there on the outside turn number 2 down the backstretch.
So Garrett has just dropped back to 4th place where all this is going on.
Oh my goodness. And here comes Spence right there. Has him in his sights, dude. Could this be a major upset?
I'm hoping. I'm hopeful. Not because I won't Garrett to win. I just want some fireworks, right?
7 laps to go. Spence does not have enough time to get there.
No.
It would take a mistake out of Garrett, no doubt.
Correct.
It would
Or
take
a caution.
Mistake. Or a caution. Mm-hmm. Hey Tom, did you make me an admin?
I did.
I see debris on the track somewhere, don't you? Where's Kel Butler at when we need him?
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
6 laps left remaining in tonight's race. 12 out here, just large and in charge, and they're fighting for everything right behind them.
They are. The Honeycuts holding down P2 and P3, and then the championship contender right now. Gary Wall sitting P4, Dustin German's P5, Chris Spencer, another championship hopeful. He's sitting 6. Got another one though, right there. I was gonna say behind him, but damn it, about to be to the inside of him once again. The 5 truck is looking. He's peeking. They're
it is on again with these 2.
Right. Like there's a magnet between them. They gotta race each other here. Back down to the low side, cutting that dog leg, almost walking it down to that inside pit wall there. So really trying to use the Mario Kart style short track there, or shortcut.
That makes it work right there as he does a slide job.
But Chris Spencer going to try to do a little crossover, not able to get there. The 5 had so much momentum on the low side or high side there. But look, I mean,
these guys are putting on a hell of a show.
Nick drove it off a cliff there. Did not allow the 62 to get back down to his inside.
Yep.
He said, you're going to have to go 7 car lengths deeper to get in front of me this time. Did not allow it to happen.
Now he's pushing this thing for all she's got, man.
Garrett's the next car out in front of him. 5.5 second gap between him and Nicholas Lamb.
3 laps. He's
Oh,
gonna have
no.
Oh my goodness! Who did it?
Oh, it was Mike and Spencer.
Oh,
Are you kidding me? Oh
Yes.
my goodness!
oh no!
Uh-oh.
Woo!
Well, this
was
just changed
not-
everything.
Whoa!
Oh. So it looks like Spence, the 62, stepped out something fierce as he was putting a lot of will into it.
I gotta
Watch
say, I
this
was
hit.
pretty calm and collected there. Now my heart's racing. I'm about to have another heart attack. You know?
Easy.
Damn, you know,
Stepped
just-
in right there. Just didn't have enough room to save it all the way with the 99 underneath him. Oh, man. Oh, tight.
Man.
It was going great, dude. Oh, man.
Now, do
This
you
is
get ballsy
this
on this
not
pit
good.
call? Go 2 tires. You gotta try to jump Garrett.
I
Do you stay out? As Nicholas Lamb wrecking under caution. I know I wasn't the only person that saw that. Wait a second.
what just I
Coming in hot, son. Shifted down
Yeah.
to third and whoosh.
Chris Spencer's pitting. I mean,
Everybody's pitting.
everyone is pitting.
All the top 4 so far, or
All right.
3 of the top 4.
Chummy's staying out.
Is that Chummy's only chance, though?
I think so.
Is he too far
I think he's
behind?
a lap down still, ain't he? Let's pull
Um,
beside and see if it tells us.
he should be back on the
Yes,
lead
he's
lap.
1 lap down still. No, maybe
Nah,
back
he'll be back.
No, he's
back on
getting
the
lucky
lap.
dog.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back on the lead lap, but he's gonna be at the tail end of the field.
Come on, somebody do a 2-tire stop here. Get ballsy with it. If you're in the championship hunt here, you have to. You gotta
Dwayne Honeycutt did a 2-tire stop.
try. I ain't worried about. No, Dwayne didn't pit.
Someone was coming off pit road with 2 tires. Who was it? Oh,
Donnie Honeycutt took 2 tires.
Donnie Honeycutt. Yep. It was a Honeycutt.
Now, current scoring
Eh.
and timing tells us 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th is currently your championship 4. Now, Chummy will have to take. Chummy is the lucky dog wave around car. He'll go to the back, but
Oh
3
man.
other championship 4s right there. I'm about to pose the question: what will you do to be a champion? What will you do?
Mm.
You're getting ready to find out.
I mean,
I mean, there's always that trade and paid option. There's always that option that's on the table. I mean,
that's probably option number 1 right
Yeah.
now, ain't it?
Right.
I mean,
I don't know, man. Fill up their rear view mirror, juke them, and then put them in a spot that they don't like.
this is nerve-wracking. You don't want to be the guy that wrecks a guy for a championship, right? Because that stigma's going to stay with you forever as long as you do iRacing.
That's a firm.
But you don't want to be the guy that just lays over and lets the other guy win the championship either, right?
Nope. That's insane. I would.
You're in a
I
tight
would,
spot
just,
here.
I would focus on that restart, and I would just put a
So-
lot of pressure on as
What
much as I can.
so how wide are they gonna get going into turn 1? 5, 6, 7, 8 wide.
You better hope you can at least make the truck pretend to be that big.
I
Because these
mean-
other guys are going to be there if it's not.
Are you talking about the dog leg? Like how wide that's going to be? Because that's going to be pretty
Yeah.
wide, but I'm wondering how the funneling is going to be as we
They
go
got to
into
come back
the
on the
intro.
track. They got to come up.
Yeah.
That's my
They got to
point.
come back on the track.
They got to come back up and hit turn
Yep.
1 there.
Who's going to push up and clear out the field?
That's okay. Me and Chris is on the same wavelength here. I'm expecting 5 wide on the restart and maybe a three truck crash. I mean,
Right.
because they got to come up on back on the track to hit turn 1, and it gets tight. It gets really tight.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is too is like the leaders are going to do their thing, but we've got a whole other animal fighting behind the leaders for this
Yeah.
championship.
It's like, who do we watch? We want to be watching
we-
the win or the championship,
we watch.
right?
I'm watching.
Championship.
I'm watching the champion. I'll click back
Yeah.
and forth with Sam, but I'm watching the champion because Sam has a battle
Yeah.
now. Donnie Honeycutt's right there to his outside.
Now,
Yeah.
they do got 3 attempts at a green white checker. This is attempt number 1.
Donnie
Some tells it's going to be nasty, folks.
Donnie elected to go with the
Buckle up.
2-tire call that got him the track position here. He's starting outside row number 1. Sam Lawson hunting for the race win here tonight with that 926 and the 5 truck and the 62. That's where the pitcher's got to stay right now. As green flag is out, green white checker attempt number 1 for not only the race win but for the championship. As look at him fan out on that dog leg.
Oh! Need the 62 to get that.
926 is getting going. 926, he's getting clear right now. He's about to put a truck in between him. Oh, maybe not. I lied. I thought he was going to get clear of the 66.
Here comes the 62. Here comes the 5 on the outside. Big run. Big fat run now. If he can get the power to plant, he may be able to get up next to him.
White flag in the air. This
Here
is
he goes right now. Oh, he's got a mad run on the outside. Can he do it? Here comes the 5 out of nowhere. Making it stick on the outside. Big run down the back stretch.
62 goes around. Now the run for Nick to the outside here. What happens here? Nick has the advantage in the car. Oh, Garrett gets into it. Nick holds on to it. Nicholas Lamb, your season champion for the Truck Series. Garrett had his destiny in his hands the whole race. And Nick came up here and mugged him for it here at the end. Contact between them. Nick hangs on and wins the damn championship.
He keeps him pinched down there too, and and the 926 just came in a little hot. It looks like, and oh man,
that last lap was crazy.
Super excited there. I already know who. I obviously Lawson won, right? Look at that. See, he just came in too. He came in too hot right there. Pushed his nose up.
Nick is drifting the damn thing. Letting the big dog eat.
Yeah, that's Tokyo drift status into that checkered. Oh, sick win, dude. Sick win.
Shout out to Sam Lawson. You got the double burnouts here. Not to be forgotten all this, but hell of a move by Nicholas Lamb. And hell of a race by Sam Lawson here. Burning it down there. And
we gotta check out that one more lap around for our final lap for the 12 car or the 12 truck?
Yes, we can. Now, we'll even run it back a little bit further.
It looks like, I mean, he had himself some company there, and it looked like I was wondering what those 2 tires were going to do.
I was too. I was thinking maybe the 2 tires would loosen up the truck enough for Donnie to get up there and do battle with Sam. But it looked like Sam got going on the restart there. Look at them guys going everywhere.
Wow.
Look at the real estate the 20 clears right then, though. Drives it off a cliff to get in there. And now,
puts the power down, clears them. Man.
that's
Good run by those guys right there.
Insane. That's white flag right there now. And we were watching this battle right here, right?
Yeah.
That was intense. Sam, I love you. I want to go back and watch this again. So Chris Spencer gets loose back there. He's null void, no longer in the hunt. What a move by the 5 truck. That's a winning move right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because he put that thing down there, man. He's like, I'm gonna take this middle lane and I'm gonna hold him tight, and he did. That was awesome.
All right, I'll let y'all conduct whoever y'all want to interview. Y'all just let me know and I'll pull them up for you.
I think we got to save Nick last, right? Champion.
He did got to be first or last, right? We can't.
Yeah, we got to leave him last. Let's bring in 3rd place.
3rd place was Donnie.
Donnie.
You got it.
And there he goes.
Donnie Honeycutt. It is Chris Tanner and Tom up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, brother. P3 tonight. You know, what looked like a lot of good racing, a lot of green flag running, some strategies going on. You know, awesome job on P3. Tell us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, man, pretty clean race there. I was expecting the fall off to be a lot more on the tires, so I was trying to save tires there that first run, and it just didn't. I was expecting to start pulling the guys back down there, but like I said, the tires are better than I thought they were going to be. So I just did the best I could just to figure out what I was going to do the second half of there after I made a pit stop. So the second half I just started running a little harder because I knew the tire wasn't going to fall off as much. So it worked out pretty good.
So what was going through your mind there when the caution came out with 3 laps to go? What were you thinking?
I figured that I was going to do something stupid and not just on the restart, but actually making a decision to pit. I was
Mhm.
expecting a lot of guys to stay out there, but
Yep.
luckily made the right decision. Took 2 tires. I figured take 4 won't do much good there with a couple laps to go, so took 2 tires, came out second, and finished third, so not bad.
Yeah. I'd say all in all, coming home P3 in the trucks here at Phoenix, it's definitely not a bad night for sure. Huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, before we let you get on with your Thursday night, anybody you want to thank out there that's watching?
Oh yeah, all my family that watches this every week on our broadcast race, from the friends and family, teammates with Ghost Motorsports. We run really good together and enjoy spending time with those guys. You guys for doing the broadcast, we appreciate that. I love going back and watching the broadcast. Congratulations to Samuel on the win there. Didn't have nothing for him. Tyler on second there, he ran good, and then I think Nicholas Lamb got the championship, so congrats to him.
Yeah. Well, we definitely appreciate it and a good job tonight, and we won't see you in the trucks anymore. As trucks just finished, but hopefully we'll see you Friday night and finish up the Cup season.
All right, man. Have a good one, Tom.
Yeah,
You
have
too,
a good
brother.
run there, bud.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, bud.
Bye.
Man,
All
he
right.
did a good job. He did
He
good
did.
work. Them
He
honey
did.
cuts, man. They got some speed in their programs for sure.
Oh, they got a good program, that's for sure. All right, Sean, it's on you.
Mr. Tyler Honeycutt back in the booth. What do you know, right? So it's like the fourth time I believe in the last 4 weeks or something like that. Mr. Tyler Honeycutt bringing her home P2. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing pretty good. Hope y'all are. That was a pretty fun race. I was sitting, just waiting there. I was sitting there. I was like, "Yep, good second place." And the caution came out, and I was like, "Oh crap, here we go." So
Oh man, I can only imagine on that. I mean, you had yourself a clean run throughout the entire race. Got up there, led some laps, working your strategies. Looked like you had a pretty decent green flag stop. Give us a rundown on your strategy there.
yeah, I expected a lot more fall off. I was happy to put it on the pole there, but I was expecting a lot for them to come back to me. Like especially Sam, I saw him drive off, and I was just waiting for him to come back to it, but he never did. So after I tried to undercut him, and he pit the next lap, so it wasn't much I could do, and from there it was just too far out of my reach to get him. But on the last restart there, I can't tell you how much was going through my mind about not moving him out the way or something, but I just knew that if I did, I'd end up cleaning him out and feel terrible about it. And I don't want to race that way, so I was just settled for P2. But if we were racing for the championship, it would have been a different story.
No, I can imagine that too. And again with that last caution, man, was that sweet news for you, or was that you could have done without?
Actually, I don't know. I'm in the middle. I was just sitting there, and I was like, "Yep, here goes my top three," because I was expecting to get ran over, just dumped, or something crazy. Um, but honestly, other than Sam, I don't think much that people had that much for me. I was pretty fast this whole race, but it just,
Yeah.
like I said, it sucked that he didn't fall off as much as I thought he would.
Man, well, you had yourself one hell of a run tonight, man. Super proud of you. And again, making it back up in the booth, showing some consistency here. And of course, how strong your program is, not only in the truck, but over in that cup as well. So congratulations to you on that P2. And man, I'm looking forward to see what you have to offer for us tomorrow night.
Yeah, I won't be able to make it tomorrow night. I got to go out of town for something, but
All right, roger that.
I wish I was racing it. But honestly, I just can't wait for next season for trucks and cup. I'm feeling really good about what I've been doing lately, and I think I can make a shot at these championships.
I'm looking forward to because I think my money is going to be leaning just from what you've shown and what you've produced just with these last races that you've been a part of front row. My money's going to be leaning on you. You keep this up.
All right.
Well, yeah, congratulations to you on that P2, but of course, give your shout outs, man, and we'll get you on out of here.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you guys. You guys do a hell of a job on the broadcast. So much fun to go back and watch and hear your excitement. Like I said, I've told you before, Chris, the way you talk about the race, man, you make it people want to watch. But yeah, shout out to my whole team, my Ghost
Appreciate that,
Motorsports. My dad, my uncle, they ran a pretty good race tonight. My dad got a top 3, so good job to him. Everybody that's watching me, all my family, they support me like crazy, and I love all of them. And just glad that I can come out here and do this with you guys every week.
Man, well, we appreciate you coming out here and putting on a show, time in and time out. So, congratulations to you one more time, my man, and appreciate the shout out there, and look forward to seeing you out there on track more.
All right, guys, y'all have a good one. I hope to talk to y'all again soon.
Oh, you
Yep.
count on it, buddy.
You too, brother. So now it comes down to Sam Lawson and Nick Lamb. And Tanner, I think you should take this one.
Well, I'll be honest, Sam, you wasn't even gonna race tonight, dude. I had to pull your arm and your leg because you wanted to watch the Titans get beat by the Steelers. But instead, we got you to come out here and race. Forget that football. We're talking racing now. Talk to me about the night, brother. Phoenix race winner.
Well, at the start of the race, I was kind of upset with myself because qualifying, I was mad. I was mad at qualifying. I was like, man, I might just park it and let Tanner yell at me. And then I was like, I guess I'll race it. And then we got to about lap 17, and I started moving up spots because I started to, I think it's like 11th or something like that. And I started moving up. I was like, lap 20, the times were still the same. I was like, tire wear's not falling off, so I'm just going to keep running. And then the times just, didn't fall off that much, so I was just like, I'm just going to keep pushing even harder. And then that's just how I ran the rest of the race.
Just on kill once you realized you could go. So you ended up having like a 7-second lead, and then that caution came. Was the nerves kicking in whenever that yellow flag came out?
So to be honest with you, whenever that caution come out, halftime ended in the Titans game. So I was kind of like looking down and seeing what was happening at the game, and then caution was there. I was like, what just happened? And then Stephen T and them was down there, and they was like, I don't know. You do what you want to do. I was like, I guess I'll pit. And then everybody else just pit. So then I was like, I think I got it.
Right, you had 2 tires to your outside. I believe it was the 20, if I'm not mistaken. But ultimately, you got the power down the restart. You got going, set sailed, and you brought the race win home. So who we got to thank for the 12 truck to bring home that victory? Another front row esports victory for you. Who we got to thank?
Got to thank True Sim Productions. Got to thank USA Firearms, Butt Kicker, Five Kings Motorsports, The Kingdom, EPI for giving us all the fast cars every single week, and I think that's it.
This kid
and
has
then
a
Tanner,
list.
Obviously.
What you got to thank me for? Well, I appreciate it.
You made me race this thing.
Well, that's not going to beat you up if you didn't. I mean, you came out and you won. So congratulations, Sam. Let you get back down there and celebrate, brother.
Thanks, man.
Titans suck, by the way. I had to get ready before you said something back. All right, folks. And then there was one. This man, he was down and out earlier in this race. I wrote him off at one point. I think. And he said, basically, hold my beer.
Yeah!
I mean,
That's what I'm talking about. Get some, Lamb. What the heck, my man? Shoot.
Talk us through it, Lamb. Big championship winner.
About as surprised as probably about as all you all are. That last caution came out and was like yay and nay at the same time.
So you get on that last restart, man. It looked like you just let them hang. You jumped up on the high side, and you did battle with Garrett, right? And then y'all went down to 3 and 4. And you tell us, you're on his outside. What's going through your head going on the backstretch on that white flag lap?
Well, Garrett told me that beforehand, going to the last lap, he's going to be aggressive. So I'm like, if he's going to be aggressive, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to put everything on the table. What I got is what I got. So I stuck it in there and hope it stuck. I tried to give him much room. I knew I pinched him down, but I hope he didn't hit the apron on the bottom there because it was close. It was close.
Yeah. Tom, what do you got for him, man? Because I'm honestly kind of speechless. It was freaking insane watching that finish. How Nick jumped to the outside. What do you got for him, Tom?
Hell of a good job there. I know you would definitely seem like you were kind of behind the 8 ball. Most of the night, right?
95% of the night, dude.
Yeah,
just riding around his own race.
And then that late race caution comes out, and I thought, if Garrett gets by Donnie there, right, he put the truck between you two, then he's going to be safe, right? But then he got loose and you got on his outside, and it was like, oh, we're going to have a battle here for the championship. So, it was awesome to see.
When the green flag came out right there, Tom, on the green white checker, I think Nick just threw the boys up on the dash and just let it hang how it's going to hang.
He did.
Now, me personally. Oh, go ahead, Nick. Sorry.
I had to let him breathe.
Well, yeah. So I'd like to back it up a little bit because you were out there running a race tonight, and you're looking good. You're looking good, fighting in the middle of the field, trying to stay in contact with the guys that you need to be in contact with at the end of this thing. Now, you stretched out your fuel, and I was kind of wondering why. We had a lot of different strategies that were kind of unfolding at that time. And one of the thoughts that came across my head that you were going to run that thing out of fuel, do a splash and go and call it a day. But what was going through your mind on holding that truck out as long as you did?
I just saw Dustin up there, and I'm like, right there's first. If I just get that lap lead, I can get a little extra point, an extra point if I need it, a little buffer. Because I think Garrett went up there and let a lap, did he not?
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
he let
a bunch of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I figured I need at least lead a lap so that I can be still in reach if I got close to him, just so I can get that little extra buffer in case I messed up again and have another shot.
Now, I mean, and again, that was, it worked out. Everything worked out beautifully in your favor. And then at the toward the wind down of the race, you found yourself in mad contention and fight with the 62. You had yourself that bottom line that was, you had that truck stuck like Chuck down there. And I was seriously impressed that you weren't, that truck wasn't kicking out as much and you weren't losing a lot of, as much of your exit speed as I was thinking. In that matter of you running that inside being good down there, on that last restart being force on that outside and taking that outside line, did that have you worrying at all? It seemed like you're really good on the bottom.
Here at Phoenix, it's all about getting into the corner and letting it turn, letting it rotate.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get that truck to rotate or car, you're not going to come off good at the corner. So that is what my main focus was, just trying to get it to rotate. Sometimes I was horrible on the brakes because I get ADD. I get distracted by anything shiny. And
I get you.
I figured if I can get it on the outside and have it do it the same way, and just get it pointed up off the corner, I still could have a good run up off and still keep on contention, because that's where everybody was beating me during the run. So the whole race, that's where they were getting me. I just figured I could do it too.
And you did it, man. You did it. You worked some different lines. You were working your program, and then you made it happen and count at the end, which was just really impressive. Especially the way you got into 3 and 4 down there. And you were already aimed to pinch him down there. You knew it was going to be a drag race off. You wanted to have that momentum and pinch him down on the inside. You did that beautifully, and he just drove it a little hard. You were sideways, buddy. You were walking that thing, some Tokyo Drift action across that line. But man, what an impressive way to finish up the 2023 season for the trucks, bud. Congratulations to you, my man. Seriously, good work done.
Well, thank you for everybody here at CLR and Front Row Esports, because I race all of them all the time in there. Even though I'm not a winner, I usually in there almost every night if I don't have something to do.
You've been running really, really good as of late too. I've heard your name pop up a few times. So you say you're not a winner, but you're a champion. That's what a lot of us cannot say. I've never been able to say it. So you are the Truck Series champion. So congratulations, Nick, for that, brother. Hell of a race, man. Hell of a job.
Man, yeah, good job, man.
Congratulations, Nick. Good job.
Freaking.
Oh, heart was beating outside my chest the whole fucking.
So was mine. So don't feel bad.
Yeah. I was freaking out, dude. We were freaking out when you got to the outside. So Man,
I mean, Chris was yelling so loud I couldn't hear myself think.
You know me.
Chris
dude,
was
you know
yelling so
me.
loud his mic cut out a few times. I was trying to fix his level so we could still hear him because man was getting hyped and I love it. I freaking love it.
Can't help it sometimes, man. You guys just put on that much of a show, so
Right
you know.
Well, congratulations, Nick, buddy. Again, congratulations, dude. Truck Series champion for 2023.
Heck yeah, I don't know if it's even set yet.
Well, give us some shots real quick, and WTHC better be in there.
Oh, it is. If you're a pothead and like smoking pot, go to WTC Radio, man. They play a bunch of good music and they have a bunch of shows in there, all about weed and stuff. So if you're a pothead, that's the place where to go.
Yeah.
WTHC.
Good people too. Good people.
Yes, great people. Great people.
Right on, brother. Well, congratulations once again, Nick. Let's get down there and celebrating, brother.
Hell yeah. I'm about to go light one up right now myself.
Right on.
There you go.
All right, folks. Us here at TSB,
Congratulations, brother.
We do not condone drug or alcohol use, by the way.
Yeah, no.
No,
we don't.
It's medical purposes only.
Yeah, for medical purposes only. Man, oh man, what a freaking race, boys! I'm glad y'all came up here and called the race. I'm glad, Tom, you gave me the honor to come in and call the race with you boys. Had a hell of a time doing it. Besides STK being dumb in the background all night long. Look, it still says Crooked Line Racing. I've switched that logo 10 different times, but oh well. We're gonna get in. We've got in. We're gonna get out. So let's go through the top 10 and let's close up shop. Sam Lawson, Tyler Honeycutt, Donnie Honeycutt. It was a Honeycutt affair on the podium. But Sam Lawson, the governor, party boy, came out on top. Fourth, Dustin German, as I believe he won at Homestead last week, so he battled back up 9 spots, finished P4. Nicholas Lamb, series champion. Give him a little bit of round of applause. Brought it home P5. Baby. Ryan Beach brought it home 6th. Dwayne Honeycutt 7th. Chris Sawyers 8th. Garrett Walls got loose there. Led a lot of laps tonight, but got loose there battling with Nick for the championship. Ended up bringing home that truck in 9th. And Chummy Miller brought the car home, or brought the truck, home in P10. Folks, where can they find us at tomorrow for the next gen race, Mr. Chris Paul Hamus? Because we're hitting the Chicago Street Course, easy for me to say, and we're playoff racing. So, are we broadcasting tomorrow, Chris?
We will, but we're going to be a delayed broadcast, unfortunately. And if any of the fans out there are wondering what's going on with that one, it's because we are on Starlink, we're not getting the upload that we need, and it's not producing the picture that we want. So when we're going live, and it's not consistent. So what we have to do is record this thing and then wait for it to upload in full D. In that one, so
don't let the not live scare y'all, because Chris is still alive, right? In the he kills it in the booth still. So
yeah. So it's all recorded live when you see this.
Right.
So we don't edit anything. We send her, baby. We send her.
Exactly.
All right. Like they're gonna be doing tomorrow night, and and watch everyone just keep tuning in. Just keep with all the support we really appreciate with Crooked Line, Front Row Esports, the NGB, all of this, man. We really appreciate everyone's support out there, and especially to you, Tanner. You put in a lot of hard work in all of these series with all these different leagues, helping out over here, helping out over there, constantly. Just strung thin when it comes to that one, dude, and really appreciate your help over here tonight and getting this out for this championship run. You do such a phenomenal job, you really do, bud. And your broadcasting, and of course your ability to run your leagues and management and everything. So, dude, just hats off to you, bro. You've done such a phenomenal work.
I appreciate it.
Now we just got to get his ability to race.
Shut up, Tom.
Again.
I was gonna keep the gloves up there, but Tom got to go down.
Right.
No,
but seriously,
that's point, Tom. That's point.
Yeah, no doubt. Check us out tomorrow. It'll be probably Saturday morning, folks. Next Gen Broadcasting. That'll be the Cup Series race. It's going to be the opening race of the 10 race playoff. So
I'm just. Again, real quick, who decided that Chicago Street Circuit should be the first race of the playoffs?
We're probably talking to him, sadly.
Oh, well,
man, oh man. Well, folks,
hey, get it out the way early.
Yeah, right. I mean, hey, I've turned laps there. I'm honestly shocked. I like the track. I didn't think I would.
It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Yeah,
I've been mad all week thinking that we were going to Chicago, right? And then I finally tried it today, and it's gonna. Hey, Chris. it's gonna be hard to keep up with action. There's gonna be action everywhere. The track's not very wide. So, folks, tune in Saturday, Next Gen Broadcasting, for the opening of the Front Row Esports Next Gen Series playoff. But folks, we went long. I'll be honest. I got to be up and oh man, I don't even
couple hours,
4.5 hours, man.
Yeah, go on.
So
we'll get out of here.
So hugs and kisses. Y'all. Thank y'all for watching as always. And until next time, we'll see ya.